this is an amazing story, taking into consideration that Denmark and US normally are close allied countries. I mean, and our countries have been so for 80 years. But now, at least according to my sources, we have a situation where US individuals with links to US President Donald Trump and the White House are carrying out what is being described to me as an attempt to infiltrate the Greenlandic society in order to create, according to our sources, like a kind of Greenlandic liberation movement that could be used as an instrument for the US to cut the ties between Denmark and Greenland and allowing for a takeover of Greenlandic society of the US. I must say, though, it's important for me to say that based on our reporting, we haven't at the moment been able to establish whether these three individuals are working on their own behalf or if they are being tasked from someone, say the White House or even US intelligence agencies. But this is something that is of great concern to Danish intelligence agencies and also to the Danish government.
What gives your sources, if I might ask this, what gives your sources reason to think that they may be connected to the Trump administration?
Well, so this they are. I mean, we can confirm through our own reporting that there are links between these three individuals and the Trump administration. That is beyond doubt. Unfortunately, for source protection reasons, we are not able at the moment to put out further details into these connections. But what I can say is that there are for sure these connections between the individuals and the Trump administration. But again, that is not necessarily to say that these individuals are being directed by the Trump administration or by other US state actors, even though it's considered by our sources to be highly likely.
What are these individuals doing, Niels?
Well, basically, what they do is that they travel hin and forth between the US and Greenland. And when in Greenland, they are busy building networks, you could say maybe even establishing some kind of pro-Trump, pro-US bridgeheads within Greenlandic society. Activities includes working out lists of pro-Trump, pro-US individuals within the Greenlandic society. People that could be used in such a liberation movement, as I talked about earlier, and also, according to our sources, identifying people opposed to this, working out lists of people opposed to such a takeover of Greenland by the US. And finally, there's also an attempt to identify media cases or stories or you could say plainly dirt that could be used by the Americans or by the US side to create division between Greenland and Danish society.
You know, this sounds a lot like Russia's playbook, does it?
Yes, I agree. I mean, if you look at the toolbook as it's being described to us by our sources, I would say that this is within the tradition of what you would call active measures in intelligence language, and that these are tools that we know that Russia has specialized in using for the last few decades, and even during the Cold War. We also know that these are some of the tools used by your own intelligence agencies during the Cold War. So yes, absolutely, these are established intelligence agency toolbox, so to speak. But again, I mean, we are not able to establish that these individuals are working on behalf of U.S. intelligence agencies or U.S. state actors, for that matter.